What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back for the finals of the 2023 Tampa Pro. And we've got some HD footage here, courtesy of Gilco Productions, of the top two: Jon De La Rosa on the left, Hunter Labrada on the right. I actually just put up an IG reel as well where I featured Hunter Labrada and my praise for him because he looks really, really damn good. I do have a poll up right now on the live chat as well, so make sure you vote in that and let me know who you have winning the 2023 Tampa Pro. I have Hunter Labrada. Who do you guys have? Jon De La Rosa is on stage right now for his posing routine, looking damn good, damn improved as well from that 2023 Chicago Pro, which is just 2 weeks ago. Thought he looked really, really good. Giuseppe Rico asking, what about Joel Thomas? I do have a photo of him in this video as well coming up. Actually, two photos, I think it is. He looked really, really good. I think Joel Thomas will fit into third place. But yeah, I think because it obviously came down to a final two call out, potentially we've seen it in the past at an Arnold Classic actually, where it came down to a final two call out at prejudging, where we saw, I believe it was Nick Walker and Steve Kukla with the final two call out, but Ian Valier actually ended up placing in second. But that is extremely rare. And you got the front lat spread as well here. And then they go into the side chest where it switches over to the HD footage courtesy of Gilco Productions. But give the video a thumbs up, smash that like button as well if you have just joined. It really does help. It takes you guys 1 second, and I would really, really appreciate it. Let's try to get this up to at least 500 people in this live chat while we're live. Jon De La Rosa is still on stage. When he's hitting his most muscular here, I'm interested to see if he... Yeah, I thought Jon would do this, so let me go to the footage where he hits his most muscular, because he actually caved in a little bit at prejudging, and at finals, what we just saw on the screen, or what I just saw on the screen rather, was see how he sort of caves in a little bit there? He falls down a little bit. He didn't just do that. And Jon De La Rosa there, when he put his hands together, like that, see how he's sort of got his shoulders in a little bit? This time around, he actually had his shoulders out a little bit more and kept it a little bit wider. Here we have our first super chat. Shout out to Brian Nasser. This dude actually regularly gives me super chats when I do go live. Obviously appreciates the content, so shout out to you, my man. It's much appreciated. It says, I have it Hunter by a large amount. I agree. I've seen some people say Jon, but this is probably the most, I suppose, dominant win, and that's no discredit on Jon. And I'll keep that up on the screen a little bit longer. Shout out Brian Nasser, 9.99. Thank you, my man. But yeah, it's been probably, we've finished a lot of prejudgings. We've had, 60-40 in terms of people thinking one guy and the other. We've seen like almost 50-50 at some shows, and we've even seen results where it's been, you know, 70% or 65% saying Hassan Mustafa and Ian Valier took out the title, and same thing with Phil Klahar versus Hassan Mustafa. So we've seen a lot of really, really close shows this year. I don't think this is one of them, but it sets up for a very, very interesting Texas Pro, which is only going to be a few weeks from now, 2 weeks to be exact. Someone asks, thank you again, Brian. It's massively appreciated, man. Franco Canepa says, who is coaching Hunter? It's actually Ben Chow, and he actually sometimes jumps in these live chats. However, he is at the contest, so I don't believe he'll be jumping on this one unless he decides to all of a sudden. But yeah, Ben Chow, he's on Fuad Abiad's podcast, and coaches a few really good athletes as well. Now, I'll feature these guys. You can obviously see, you guys saw Hunter there individually. Yep. All right, that's Ben Chow. Now we have Brady King, who's about to be on this video here somewhere, just after Hunter Labrada. Roy Evans was just on stage too. I don't have any photos or videos of him, unfortunately, but he actually brought one of his all-time best packages as well. So this is Brady King here, who looks really, really good. And someone actually put in the chat as well that he had some sort of a car accident and his legs were crushed or something. They said if they believe that's to be the case, and I mean, if that is the case, the dude looks phenomenal. He's actually on stage right now at the finals doing his posing routine. So you're basically seeing essentially almost what I'm seeing right now on the screen. So Brady King, yeah, looks really, really good. I think he'll fit into about 5th place in this contest. Very, very impressive. Conditioning was really, really good as well. And you get to see the conditioning a lot better in these HD videos from Gilco Productions. Someone said, what happened to Hunter's lower abdomen? Now, if you look at his abs from previous shows, I think they're far less impressive than they are at this show. Now, there is that little bit of a pot bit. Sounds bad saying a pot bit to his lower abs. We'll go back to it. But I think they look fine now, like honestly, like compared to what his abs have looked like in the past. So you can sort of see the lower abs, like see how it sort of comes down and doesn't sort of end traditionally like a lot of people's abs, but they've improved massively, like so much. Obviously, when he's squeezing most muscular there, it's sort of not at its very best, but his abs are so much better than they were. And I'll go back to, actually, no, I'll go to his individual where he hits his abs. They're actually pretty damn good. Very impressed. Compared to where his abdomen was at, this is a huge improvement for me. You can see it there. That looks pretty damn good to me. He actually hits it a lot better in his individual. See how he hits it there? I mean, to me, that doesn't look too bad to me. I've seen much worse. I remember Dennis Wolf. No one ever really pointed out with Dennis Wolf. He actually had his where he's popped out a lot at the bottom and it was like curled over. And don't get me wrong, like there's other guys with much better midsections, but I think overall looks pretty damn good. Is that early stages of hernia for Labrada? I actually had an umbilical hernia, which I had removed and unfortunately they put the meshing in, which sucks. It might be the start of a hernia, may very well be. It might have even been the hernia was repaired, but it doesn't look too bad for me. Yeah, Franco, 100%. The new diet of Hunter is working. And Hunter Labrada is on stage right now, so I'll replicate what you guys are seeing essentially by putting Hunter Labrada back up on the screen so you guys can see essentially what I'm seeing. And I'll let you guys know how Hunter is looking at finals. He's just hitting some kneeling poses now. Yeah, bench out is, the diet they're doing is definitely working. It's hard to tell if Hunter's better or worse at finals. Because I'm looking at that really HD footage, which makes him look more conditioned than the actual stream footage. I'll say regardless, Hunter is good enough. Midsection looks about the same in the finals. It's hard to imagine to be that much difference. It's only a matter of probably 4 hours or so between the two shows. Yeah, Hunter looks good again. I don't know if he's as good as prejudging, but if not, then he's very, very close. Miracle Man says Hunter looks good here. Won't win Texas though with this package. You never know, man. It's going to be interesting. But I have heard Andrew Jack is looking absolutely nutty, and we saw what Carlos Thomas Jr. looked like, which was crazy. I'll just skip over Brady King because we've seen a fair bit of Brady King so far. This is Nate Spear. I'd say he slightly missed his conditioning. He extended out his prep for another 3 weeks, so I think that's probably hurt him a little bit, whether he's a little bit fatigued or tired, or if he just sort of thought, oh, I'll extend it out to hit this one more show, because he did want to stand in front of Steve Weinberger and Tyler Mannion, so just not quite at his very best here, but still Nate Spears had a tremendous year. Giuseppe One Rico asks, will Joel Thomas finish in 3rd place? Yes, I believe so. I think he'll be in 3rd. I can't really see it going any other way. Fred Smalls is on stage now. He's got awesome posing routines. This is probably a preview of what we're going to see with Fred Smalls. Not Fred Smalls on the screen for you guys right now, but what I'm seeing at the finals. He normally does a lot of pop locking. Yeah. So this is probably a preview of what we're going to see at the Masters Olympia, if you are watching this live on the stream. The link to watch that as well is in the description below. And you can see Joel Thomas. I'll just go back to that last photo of Joel Thomas. So that's Joel Thomas from the prejudging. Looks really, really good. Very, very impressed. You could argue that maybe he and Jon De La Rosa, or he should have been in that top 3 final call-out with Jon De La Rosa. They seem to be doing a lot of final 2 call-outs these days, for whatever reason. And guys, if you are watching live and you haven't liked this video, please give the video a thumbs up. It'd be much appreciated. And I will have the results for you guys. Yeah, Fred Smalls is like dancing on stage now. I can't believe online it says everywhere that he's 60. He's moonwalking while posing. Yeah, it's awesome. Love to see routines like that. This on the screen right now was the first call out. Jon De La Rosa quickly got moved into the middle and replaced Joel Thomas. All right, let's play it again so you guys can see all the HD footage. But yeah, Fred Smalls is an awesome poser. We need more of that. And I wish they honestly judge the posing routines. So some guys that made more interesting routines or display their physiques really well into some sort of a way, I'd love to see it, you know, some sort of judging on that. Like Milo Sarchev says, it's a missing part of the sport nowadays. Just having a drink out of my Muscle Tech shaker. I've only got water in there at the moment. And the water tastes bad for whatever reason. Not because it's out of a Muscle Tech shaker, though. It actually tastes better out of a Muscle Tech shaker. Here's a very good question from Inception VJ says, is it getting boring each day passing by? Big names are not even participating. Olympia needs to make some changes. I actually have a video that I'm going to do and put out my opinions on this, on what the IFB could do, what Mr. Olympia could do, basically a full assessment of how to make this whole bodybuilding season more interesting. Now, we do have some good shows coming up. Obviously, Texas is going to be insane. We've got the Masters Olympia. Then we've got a few European shows, which has some really good names. So it looks, you know, in the immediate future, it looks like it's going to be all right. And the Olympia is going to be very, very strong. It's going to be good. But the problem is all these earlier shows, the 10 shows or whatever we've had so far, it has been pretty lackluster. We bought, you know, the New York Pro. We're like, oh, it's going to get better than this. And then we had Cali. And we're like, oh, the other later shows are going to be even better. And we had a few down shows. But you're like, yeah, all these shows are going to be stacked. I thought this show, honestly, was going to be stacked. But taking out the point system, that definitely hurt. Because guys saw, you know, hey, I don't have to win a show. And even if there was a really big name in the show, they're like, well, I can still collect points, still be up there, and, you know, I'll get my way there somehow to the Olympia, or at least I have the opportunity to. Now that's out the window. So it makes it hard for guys that are in that, you know, potentially top 5, but not any higher, to have the motivation to continue to compete. Also, the prize money has been the same for 30 odd years. It's like, you know, and guys, share this video out if you can. If you can tag me in on Instagram and stuff, it'd be much appreciated. But yeah, I have a video coming out. It's a way of giving away a bit more money to some of these guys. Joel Thomas is on stage now, by the way. Looks really, really good. But yeah, if I can have some sort of a top 10 point system, I know some people here point system don't like it, but like a top 10 point system for the year. So you get like 25 points for winning a show, maybe 15 or 10 for second, have some more points for the Arnold Classic, some more points for the Olympia. And then at the end of the year, you have a top 10, and maybe the winner gets 100 grand. Second place gets 50. Third place is 25 or 30, and then 20, then 10, and then 5, and so on. So then guys are motivated to do multiple shows, and some of the top guys are motivated to, you know, had Ian Valier won that show and goes, I might just hit 3 shows, then I might have a, you know, chance of winning that 100K or 50K or something extra. Winning 3 shows, so you get 30K. Then, you know, he's made his out of the year with 80K rather than just the 30 or something. It's an idea. It's an idea. No worries at all, Darren. Yep, and the footage that I'm showing right now is courtesy of Gilco Productions. And if you do want to watch the live stream, the link is in the description below. Gilco is honestly like changing the game when it comes to all this stuff. And just another shout out to Brian Nasser again. I did miss some chats up here too. There was something. There's Jason Pavlina somewhere. I can't see his comment. Oh, Casey Pavlina. What's up, Xavier? Hunter has this in the bag for sure. Hope he tests his new approach in Texas. Yeah, so I actually spoke to someone in Hunter Labrada's camp, and apparently no matter what, they're doing callouts now. No matter what Hunter will be in that Texas Pro. Win, lose, I was going to say or draw, but there's no draws in bodybuilding. He will be in that Texas Pro. Oh, wow. So they've got the first call out at the finals. This is a surprise to me. The first call out is Lewis Breed, Hunter Labrada, and Jon De La Rosa. Could Lewis Breed be challenging Jon De La Rosa for second here? And it seems like I'm a little surprised here because I really like Joel Thomas. I thought he looked really good, but Joel Thomas seems like he is out of that top three now. Which Lewis Breed was not even in the first call out. So there you go. So depending on the scores at prejudging, maybe Lewis Breed can't work his way up, but I'll show you guys who Lewis Breed is because he's in the top three right now. There's some photos at the end of this video. That's Joel Thomas. He seems like he's out of the top three now, potentially. Or at least at finals he is. Because the first call out is Lewis Breed, Hunter Labrada, and Jon De La Rosa. The back double, John beats Lewis Breed, in my opinion. We've got Hunter in the middle, so... Rear lat spread, I'd have John as well. His glutes are shredded. And so you can see there, no Lewis Breed in that first call out at prejudging. Where's the second call out? I thought I have a second call out in here. Here we go. So that's Lewis Breed, second on my right there. Looks really good in that pose. So I'll see on my ab and thigh. I'll let you guys know who I have between John and Lewis Breed. Now, Lewis Breed on the ab and thigh is very, very good. I just like John's look a little bit more though, so a little bit more aesthetic. Most muscular, yeah, I still have John. I have John clearly second. But it would be very interesting if Lewis Breed was to get over him. Shout out Casey. A lot of people mentioning the lower abs on Hunter. So let's go back. I mean, I talked about it before, but I'll just put it on screen now. So second call out now. Okay, so second call out is... So second call out is everyone minus John and Hunter. So I assume they're just going to do this call out and then they're going to go to a final call out. Very interesting. So guys, let me know, is the whole Hunter's lower ab thing, is that like a narrative or something on, did someone mention it in a video? Is that something that's going around Instagram? Let me know your thoughts or let me know where it is because, yeah, I don't know. It seems strange. Everyone's, I think 2 or 3 people brought it up in the chat now. Yeah, Hunter does have a torn pec, unrestrained darkness. So yeah, he does have a torn pec. No, Blessing always announced after it all, Skogotti, that he was not going to do this show. He's competing in Italy in, I think, 4 or 5 weeks from now. So he'll be up against the likes of Nathan Diasher and a whole bunch of big names over there. So that'll be interesting. He's focusing on conditioning, new coach, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, the Red Loop. Yeah, Joel won Toronto last year. I knew it was Toronto or Vancouver or one of those shows. You say, no, we can clearly see the lower abs are effed up. I mean, I didn't think more than previous shows. I don't know. Hunter looks peaked correctly for the first time ever. Yeah, absolutely. James Caramano. Hunter's got this. Love the channel, brother. Keep the content coming. Thank you, my man. Much appreciated. Much, much appreciated. Nick Strength and Power mentioned it after seeing his half a day out update post. Hunter looked distended through the lower abs, suggested maybe from loading. Yeah, I actually did see that. Yeah, I did see that, Mike. Oh, Michael Lucy, IFBB Pro. Didn't realize that was Michael Lucy. For those who don't know, Michael Lucy competed earlier this year. And I always forget your placings, man. I think you placed top 5, top 6, somewhere around there. So you looked sensational. You even corrected me last time. Yeah, he looks career best. Yeah, absolutely. Mike's right. Hunter is career best here. Absolutely. Sco Gotti says, is Regan in the same Italy show? I think he is. I think Regan's doing that too. It's going to be a really good show. Like the Italy and European Pro Championships, they're stacked. Really stacked. Jay Boot, not a Hunter fan over years, but he brought it this time around. Hard as nails with added tissue. Yeah, absolutely. No, honestly, on the live stream, Julio Rivera, I think that Hunter doesn't look watery. I mean, honestly, when you see the HD footage, I just don't think he does. Like maybe more watery than he looks in the gym, but he looks great, I think. Now I'm watching the top final two call out side chest. It's easy Hunter because he's actually leaner than John. I'll put up the top two call out on the screen now so you guys can see what I'm seeing on the finals live. We're hitting a back double now, so let's watch it together actually. That's literally what I'm seeing right now. We're about to hit a lat spread. I've literally got it timed almost perfectly to what's happening in the finals. And how does it look in comparison? John maybe looks a little bit fuller. Oh, I'll get to that top five in the Olympia. Just remind me if I forget. Just watching this. So this side tricep. They both look pretty similar. Abs and thighs. Look like Hunter's breathing a little bit harder at finals. Tiny bit harder through the midsection, but it's not much. No, I think Hunter looks just as good or very close to it. I don't think they've overly tried to fill him out more or anything, but he breathed a little bit harder through his midsection, but not much. Someone said Sam Sulek gonna shock the world. Maybe at some point. So my top five of the Olympia, honestly, I have no idea. Oh, here we go. The red loop. Some good information there. Ben Chow mentioned on an early episode of Fuad's podcast, Hunter had hernia surgery after the 2022 Mr. Olympia. There you go. You think Hunter will be able to peak again at Texas? He definitely can. I mean, he's in great condition now, so there is always a possibility of fading, but and obviously he's never been in this level of conditioning, so it is going to be hard for him to hold. And then he's got to do a small rebound. Like honestly, for Hunter, because he's in great condition here, it probably would be almost somewhat beneficial now skipping Texas, but I want to see it, like, and if he can win that show, that gives him such good momentum going into the Olympia because people will just see him automatically over those guys. Yeah, Mike Lucy, who's a guy that brings conditioning, says he should be better at Texas. Yeah, I mean, I think that, yeah, he definitely can be better at Texas. And Mike knows he's held conditioning for a fairly long time. So if anyone out there that's, watching this has done that and tried to hold conditioning, it is damn hard. It can be very, very hard. Hunter's never been to this level of conditioning. But yeah, he definitely can do it. Like Ben Chow seems like a really good coach. Yeah, very good point from Michael Lucy. He says because he's peaked, but he could test fullness a touch more and look even tighter. Yeah, absolutely. That's actually what I mentioned in one of my videos leading up to this one. I said if he comes in shredded, then he can maybe just try to come in a little fuller, see how it looks. Maybe it makes him appear tighter. And then if it was the other way where he could have got a tiny bit sharper from this show, then, he could have pushed the conditioning a bit more. But I think we could sort of tell that conditioning was going to be on for him no matter what this one. So the men have gone off stage now. I think we've got the awards for the fitness happening. And then I'm pretty sure we'll have the awards for the men's open bodybuilding. So it won't be long. Yeah, Mark Doolan says Hunter in his prime now. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if he can get even better than this. Is this going to be Hunter peaked for all-time career, or is he going to continue to get better? Because he's been at the Olympia for a few years now, and this is by far his all-time best. Any thought? Any thought about Trigili training Hunter? Is Nick Trigili training Hunter? It's the first I've heard about it. Whereas Hunter's lower back, he doesn't have a crazy I suppose separation or detail in that lower back or anything like that. But it's not like, let's go to his lower back. I mean, Hunter looks so damn good. I mean, there's some detail down there when he hits his back double. Yeah, it's not the greatest lower back or anything like that, but you can still see the muscle comes out still from the lower back. There's still muscle there. I think no matter what Hunter does, like, there's always going to be people critiquing him. But overall, that back is pretty damn dense. When you see him stand next to other guys, you realize his actual clavicle width as well. So, yeah, Michael Lucy makes a good point. He goes, he's still young, under 10 shows. Yeah, I think this is his 10th show. I think I heard him say something like that. So, Blessing pulled out pretty much straight after the last show, Chris D, and said he wanted to focus on conditioning. Got a new coach. I think his name's, I don't want to get it wrong. I think it was Chris Creek or someone Creek. Here we go from Yash Karate. Do you think Hunter can beat Nick if he brings his package to the O? Yes, I do. I think he can. Don't know if he will. Need to see him side by side, but he beat Nick in his first Olympia, where Hunter placed 4th and Nick placed 5th. Now, they're both different bodybuilders now, but Hunter, I think, is dramatically better than then. I think Nick is better than then. Who's got more better? Who's improved the most? I would say that Hunter's improved the most, but I didn't think Hunter probably should have beaten Nick at that Olympia. Oh, here we go. Cameron Cheek. I said Chris Creek, didn't I? Oh my god. Sorry, Cameron Cheek. Okay, this is a good question. Aina, whoa, you have a huge last name. Ram Ampantrisson. Ain? Aina? Aina? Rampant. Wow, that's a hard last name. Do you think this version of Hunter beats Andrew Jack from the Arnold? Yes, I do. Because I think Andrew Jacked was a little bit flat there. So I do think it beats the Arnold Classic Andrew Jacked. And I think I might even do a comparison of that. I should write it down. I'm going to forget. But I'm going to do them side by side, a comparison, pose for pose, and put that up on Desktop Bodybuilding. Because I think that's an interesting comparison. Because I think Andrew Jack was a little bit flat at that Arnold Classic. He was probably better than the Olympia, but he was a little bit flat. So I think that Andrew Jack can come in considerably better. Also, guys, like the video if you haven't liked it yet, because we're about to hit 500 people viewing live, and we've got results about to go down. So, yeah, thumbs up the video, smash that like button, comment, and we'll hit 500 hopefully. But yeah, I think this version of Hunter beats the Andrew Jack from the Arnold Classic, yes. Good point, Red Loop. Blessing pulled out a bit Arnold earlier this year too. Yeah, interesting. Michael Lee says, I think the Nick Matt combo is hard to beat. They continue to mail it and have so much history. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But, I mean, if Hunter comes in even just that little bit sharper, a little bit fuller, and just makes himself appear harder, you never know. I think we've got a Lifetime Achievement Award coming on stage now, so it might be another 10 minutes, guys. I'm not sure. Dan Solomon was coming on stage. Hopefully he has some sort of announcement for the Olympia or something. Yeah, Wayne says, I agree, Andrew Jack was not as thick as Hunter, and Hunter has great lines. Yep. And guys, if you are just joining live as well, the results for the men's open bodybuilding is coming up very, very soon, and I'll be announcing them here. So hopefully that will probably be in about 5 to 10 minutes. So stick around and like the video as well if you are just joining live. Yeah, Matt knows Nick look and my body so well, almost impossible to F it up. Yeah, for sure. I think there's more variance in Hunter Labrada than Nick Walker. It feels like Hunter's physique is a little bit more temperamental. So that's why I'm so impressed with what him and Ben Chow have been able to achieve. Ollie B, a TSWFF Pro says Nick improves so dramatically, way more than Hunter. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, Nick was pretty good. He won the Arnold Classic that year. Looked really, really good. But I think Nick, yeah, is better. He won't beat Nick, no way. If only Hunter had a better set of abs. Wonder if he can adjust his training to get thicker, deeper abs. I don't think he needs thicker abs. You know, if you can get some more depth to it, it'd probably be more likely through massage or something like that. This is a little bit off topic, but Roden, Phil, Curry, Flex Lewis, Hardy, Rami, if all these guys are 100%, who do you think would have won the Olympia? Phil Heath, 100%. Easy, easy. Thank you, Wayne. Liked the video. And now we're at 499 people watching it. Someone like it. Tell your friend. I want to hit 500. I announced it at the start. 503. Yes, did it, guys. We did it. Carlos Thomas will win Texas. Thank you guys for liking. Much appreciated. Oh, it's Hans. Hans Kornhoff. What's up, Vex? Thanks for the coverage. As always, can't wait to see Hunter versus Andrew versus Carlos. Well, Thomas Carlos. Carlos Thomas Jr. Yeah, shout out to you guys. Yeah, it's growing. We've got the results for men's open pro bodybuilding coming up very, very soon. They're just giving a lifetime achievement award right now. They're talking now. I don't know who it's actually is. Try to keep an ear out for it. They're thinking Tim Gardner, so I don't know if it's for him. We're about to announce it. Oh, it's to Samir Banu. I believe it's 1983, Mr. Olympia. Something like that. Sean Calderon. So a cross between Sean Clarina and Angel Calderon. Top 2 and 212 Olympia. Picking Hunter over Andrew will keep bodybuilding small and niche. Aesthetic needs to beat size game, even though Andrew is not small. What are my thoughts on that? I mean, it should go to the guy who deserves to win. I mean, depends. I lean aesthetics over pure size for sure. So I normally agree with that, but it just depends on how they look. And I don't think Hunter is incredibly non-aesthetic, I guess. What's going on with this? Here we go. Stewie Griffin says when Brady King feels out that frame, he's going to be nasty. Oh, why are you doing this, Go Gotti? Who places higher, Brett or Shire? I think Brett Wilkin. No knock on Justin Shire whatsoever. I love Justin. I think he's awesome. Such a structure. Maybe Shire has a better career. I don't know. Tough to say. Shire has just a godlike structure. Brett Wilkin has just crazy abs and some real muscle density now. Like Brett really blew up when he got back from Australia when I actually saw him out here back in what month was that? I'm trying to think how long ago that was. Maybe like 4 months ago, 5 months, maybe 6 months, something like that. So, Roger Gasick. Personally, Hunter looks 10 times better than last year's Olympia. 100%. Still think Nick should have won the Arnold. Whole food made the difference. Did he get it out of a hole? Thank you, Sean Calderon, aka top 2 of 212 Olympia. Got Hunter winning this one. Joe Face. Do you think Nathan Diasha will be in the top 10 Mr. Olympia? I think if he qualifies, I think he probably will be, yeah. Go Hunter, go Love from India. So yeah, Samir Banu's getting the Lifetime Achievement Award right now. Get Lee Priest here. Well, it is early on a Sunday morning still in Australia, so I don't really want to message Lee and be like, Lee, get on. Also, last time Lee got me demonetized again. He didn't even say much. But it's like almost his name is associated with it, so I might call him Lee Beast in case if I say his correct name, it gets my video automatically demonetized. It's ridiculous. We go from Justin Height. Xavier, do you think Hunter will place in the Olympia with this style condition, but with an Impala? But with an Impala. I don't know what you're saying. We must have talking about Hunter fourth place at the Olympia. I think it was a hype thing. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have had him that much lower. I mean, yeah, I think he was slightly overrated, but apparently in person, like Dennis James even said, he said that Hunter is so much more impressive in person. You could sort of see it when you were there. Ah, oh, Harland Kornhoff. I'm glad I got the pronunciation correct, my man. I mean, Carlos Thomas. Yeah, it's all good, man. Thought it might have been like a language thing, you know. I know there's some Asian cultures that put the first name last and the last name first and all that sort of stuff. First name last. Yeah, that's right. Wayne says Hunter is very aesthetic. I don't know about very, but he's aesthetic enough, you know. He's not. It's not like he's just a ball of muscle. So Lee Labrada is giving Samir Banu the Lifetime Achievement Award. Lee Labrada obviously being Hunter's dad. Lee would be in his element this weekend. Yeah, Mike says balance of mass, aesthetic, hardness, and detail. Yeah. Maria Marino. This is some motivation here for Brett. Justin will kill Brett. Easy. I'll send this to Brett Wilkin. Those guys get on well, I think. I'm pretty sure they do anyway. Justin will lose from the back. Yeah, absolutely. Brett will beat Justin very easily from the back. And Brett has those crazy abs. I do think that Brett will beat Justin. I think he's got a certain amount of conditioning and everything like that. And even Brett's abs right now, you can see they're just crazy deep. And Justin hasn't got that. So the back and the abs, like, easily Brett. See if I can bring up a comparison from the back. I'll see if like Max Muscle, who's a great YouTuber as well, who does comparisons. See if he's done a comparison. Let me have a look for you guys. Oops, wrong keyboard. Oh, we're about to announce the results. I'll actually do that in a video if I remember, and put them side by side. Someone's trying to make me rate the hostile supplements from 1 to 10. The hostile supplements, very, very good. I can't say too much. Obviously, I'm sponsored by Muscle Tech. But they're good products. 6th place, Roy Evans. That's probably a high for Roy Evans. Brady King places in 5th. Joel Thomas places 4th. So he's got to be disappointed after prejudging to essentially slip a spot, it seems like. I thought he looked really good. Lewis Breed places 3rd. And I think this one is pretty predictable. And also, guys, make sure you head over and watch my post show. I'll see if I can get any of the guys from Bodybuilding University on. I'll see if I can get Lee Priest on as well. Get some discussion going on about this show and what everyone thinks about Hunter Labrada and how far he can go. Get the pros' opinions. Jon De La Rosa places 2nd, so our winner is Hunter Labrada. Shout out to Hunter. Looked absolutely next level. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm going to wrap this one up pretty damn soon. But yeah, Hunter Labrada wins this one, qualifies for the 2023 Mr. Olympia. He is going to go on to Texas in 2 weeks' time. I'll have a quick listen to this to see if he mentions that at all in his speech, and then I'll wrap up this video. But yeah, shout out to Hunter. He deserved the win here. I think the judging was pretty good overall. Lewis Breed's got to be really happy. I would have had Joel Thomas in third personally. Lewis Breed maybe in fourth, and then Brady King in fifth as he placed. But I mean, I didn't see Lewis Breed and Joel Thomas side by side. I don't know if it was side by side much at all. I think in one call out through the whole show, which is very random. But only being one call out. I mean, and it wasn't even prejudging and finals. So I would have liked to see some more comparisons to let these guys work. Roy Evans, shout out to him. I didn't feature any photos of him on here. I think I did it prejudging, but in the live stream, but not. So I'll wait around for Hunter's announcement to see if he's announcing that he's doing the Texas Pro or not. And I'll let you guys know. And I'll go to your poll results too. So if you haven't voted in the poll, let me know who you would have had winning. Let me have a look at this poll results here. Who do you have winning between Jon De La Rosa and Hunter Labrada? Let's see what people said. I've got like a shield. Shield with a cross on it. I don't even know if it says. Hopefully it says Tampa Pro Champion on there somewhere, because that's random if it doesn't. 95% of you, 480 votes, say Hunter Labrada, and 5% of you are Hunter haters. No, Joe Face, don't say you feel like Hunter should focus on Yo. He should focus on doing as many shows as possible to make these shows better, because bodybuilding is struggling. He's hugging his daughter and his his wife, his fiance, Liv Roth. His daughter's on stage now. That's a cool family photo. So I think she's about to interview Hunter now. Yep. Hunter's going to say a few things. Oh, someone said wife, they are married. Yeah, I do remember they got married too. Yeah, thank you, Wayne. Appreciated. All right, I'll play a bit of a speech.
So, this weekend's no different. This was about making myself proud, and I did that. Last year was a hard year, and I put my head down and worked, and we're just getting started this year. Y'all will see me in Texas in 2 weeks, and y'all will see me at the Olympia in 13.
Lewis Breed was third.
Congratulations, you're a great champion.
Thank you.
We'll turn that off or I'll get copyrighted. So Hunter Labrada wins. Lewis Breed was third for Leon AI. Really came back at finals, which is crazy. So I'm going to go live soon. Mate, the link is in the description. Oh, is it in the description? Or just go on my channel, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I will be going live for my finals review. I'll try to get some IFB pros on there if I can. If not, I'll just go live, review the footage in a quick, succinct sort of way, maybe 15 minutes. If I get someone else on there, we might go for 30 minutes, something like that. So we'll see. Try to bring the best content to you guys. So make sure you jump over and tune into that in just a few minutes' time, and I'll be live with you guys. Anyway, that's it for myself. I'm Xavier Wills. This is Desktop Bodybuilding, and I am out.